All right, so we are going to quickly review what we had covered in the previous video lesson, which I will definitely link to in the description box. And then we're going to continue on with our introduction of Siniwalli's Heaven 6, and we're going to do the box step today. So as a quick review, one big point from the previous video is I want all of my classes to do this, whether you're in the weapons class or not. Make sure you understand your female triangle footwork, your male triangle footwork, a lateral triangle on the left, lateral triangle on the right, and then what we introduced previous video was the split triangle. So make sure we can get the split triangle going. Now, what we did last lesson was we worked contralateral and ipsilateral motions with this. So if you'll remember, contralateral motions are when I'm closing my body off and I'm twisting my body in on itself. Ipsilateral motions are when I'm opening. So a lot of times, instead of saying contralateral, ipsilateral, we tend to just say open or closing. So I'm going to start this with a contralateral X, back and forth, just like that. I can then switch to an ipsilateral X at any point. And right now I'm just working off the female triangle. I can definitely do ipsilateral off the male triangle and contralateral off the male triangle. So that's just a quick brief review of what we started with. With our introduction of our Heaven 6 and our hammer drills. We started with just basic hammers. So we're working the hammers here like so, just hammering them down, switch it to a side, hammering it down, switch to the other side, hammering it down. All the while right now I'm stationary. Okay, this is a good way of getting yourself hit if you're not comfortable with this until you get the hang of this footwork patterns pretty well. So stay stationary until you've got this. Once you do, incorporate your footwork. Okay, the next one we did was the over-unders, okay? So over the top, underneath with my right hand. So my left hand right now is just gonna stay here. I hit underneath, I hit over the top. Back and forth, and then I hammer both. Switching on the other sides. Okay, so that is an introduction of weaving your hands over and under one another, okay? Siniwalli is to weave. So we're going to do inward, then back in, and back in, switch, inward, back in, switch. So we hit 3 motions with our hands for every 1 motion with our feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I go into the male triangle, I work a contralateral male triangle or a closed male triangle. 1, 2, 3. Or I can have my left foot forward and I can work the ipsilateral or the open side of Heaven 6 with the male triangle. This would be the open side of a lateral triangle. Or I can work the closed side of a lateral triangle. Then I work my split triangle. So I've got my right foot forward. Here is ipsilateral or open strikes. And I can do it with closed strikes. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're going to introduce the box step, okay? Box step was originally taught to me as a reverse female triangle. I like that terminology for it, but it's also a little easier to say box step. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have my left foot forward or my right foot forward. I'm going to take my rear foot and I'm going to put it in the same plane as my other foot. So my left foot is here, my right foot comes up to it, my left foot drops back. If my right foot is forward, my left foot comes up in that same plane and I drop it back. Now, right now what's happening is I'm dropping it back to a center point. So if I'm here, I'm stepping up, stepping back to that center, up and back into that center point, just like that. What can also happen is I can step way past that center point. So instead of stopping here, I'm gonna actually bring my foot all the way around out here. Up and around, up and around, up and around. And where that is used is with a lot of heavy pressure. So if somebody's charging in at me, then I can use this to really get out of the way and really sector my body to where I've teed off on them. They're here, facing the wall here, and I'm facing their side. That's a much better position for me to be in. Where this tends to happen here is, you'll see this in a lot of other martial arts, by the way, but I like this for a lot of repetition of switching, much like this replacement step here. Okay, so first and foremost, get your box step without anything up top. Okay, it'll be a little easier for you. Once you do have this, start it with the X. So I have my right hand, or my right foot forward, and I'm going to swing an X. I'm gonna put my left foot forward, swing an X, bring my right foot back, swing an X. Right foot comes up, left hand swings, right hand swings. Left hand swings, right hand swings. I want you to swing an X every time you move your feet. Just like that. Now, if you'll notice right now, I'm swinging an ipsilateral and open X, and then I'm swinging an ipsilateral, and then a closed X, and then open, and then an open. So I'm open, open, closed, open. So now I want you to start it this way now. So you have the right foot forward, start closed. Bring this foot forward, open. Now this side's open. Bring this up, and this side is now closed. So this way you've done both sides, getting repetition on open and closed on this X. Okay, once you're comfortable with working the X in here, and you can also adjust this, by the way, as far as the timing of this, you can do just one every time you kind of find that center. But a little extra repetition of swinging your sticks never hurt anybody, so you might as well get it. Now we're going to work our heaven 3. So I'm going to start this, I said heaven 3, I said heaven 6. Heaven 3 is basically 3 plus 3 equals 6. So if I do 3 motions here, and I do 3 motions here, that's 6. So heaven 3 is half of heaven 6. I have my contralateral, or my rear side, my closing strike. 1, 2, 3. I bring this foot up, I bring this foot back. 4, 5, 6. Up, back. 1, 2, 3. Up, back. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is working off of the rear side right now. And 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and pause right here so I can start into the lead side work. I hit my 1, 2, 3. I step up, step back. 1, 2, 3. I step up, step back. 1, 2, 3. Step up, step back. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm working off the open strikes, or the ipsilateral motions. I really like these. If I'm working my visualization here, I really like these as a follow the force motion. So if I'm here in my left lead, and I've got a big heavy angle 1 coming at me with their left hand, or an angle 2, whatever you want to call it, then I'm going to step up and I'm going to follow the force here. I'm going to follow the force and clear that out of the way, and I'm going to take that shot. Same thing on this side here, follow, follow, meet. Follow, follow, meet. Follow, follow, meet. I really like working that visualization. If I'm working the contralateral side of this, as I'm getting into my rhythm here, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. I like using that one as a way to get my feet to get me away from that shot, but I'm hitting on the inside of the hand, hitting on the inside of the hand, and then I clear it out of the way. So the idea behind this would be along the same lines of the defang and the snake, destroying the limb as it's coming at me. So if I'm in the right foot and I'm stepping out away from their angle 1 here, I'm going to hit the hand, hopefully hit the hand one more time, and then pass it behind me. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3. Hit the hand, hit the hand, hit the hand. Bang, 1, 2, 3. If you can't hit the hand, just hit the stick, hit the arm, get something out of your way. So I'd like you to incorporate your box step into your heaven 6. I'd like you to incorporate the X into all of these. So just to reiterate and kind of put a bow on this, I want you to make sure you can flow between your 6 directional footwork. So you have your female, your male, and sort of a lateral horizontal step. You have your lateral triangles here, lateral triangles here. When you go to switch into your box or your split triangle, just drop this straight back in, like so. And whenever you're ready to switch to box step, just step up, step back, step up, step back. Maybe take a big, nice pivot here and go right back into the female triangle. And of course, incorporate your hands once you're comfortable doing so. At any point in time, just bring it right back into whichever one you're comfortable with, but try and vary the pattern. So you start off working down the list that I give you, and then break the list. Have fun with it. Put the box step in the second position instead of the male triangle, whatever you want to do. So thank you very much.